microscopic implications. microscopic inclusion. Any of this.
BA.SG 还有 eClarity。
Wag na akong video.
microscopic inclusion. Any of this
谢谢我们的 BA.SG 还有 eClarity。
Okay, hello everybody. Okay, we're having some echo here. Hold on, okay. There's some echo sound. Should we turn off the volume? Can you hear me clearly? Hold on a second, okay? All right, okay. Oh, there's still some echo. Maybe we turn off the volume. Testing. Okay. Now,
All right. So hello everybody. My name is Amanda. I
hold on.
a second. Is it okay? Is the volume all okay? All right. So can you guys say hi to me? Because I can see a few of you. Hello, Li Hui. Hello, Nicholas, Valerie, Hui Xin. And I have Rachel, Yiling, Samuel, Stanley, Adrian. Hello everybody. So can you check whether you could type something, because I would like to have a very interactive section with you. The more questions you ask, the deeper will be the sharing. Okay, all right. So there are some comments that you are not able to send messages. We'll let Lucas help to solve the problem. Okay, while he does that, let me just introduce myself. So my name is Amanda, founded eClarity in year 2005 actually. So it has been 20 years now. Are they able to type now? Maybe we can test again, okay? So we have been dealing with natural diamonds, lab-grown diamonds. So natural diamonds was since 2005. And then in 2019, we were one of the first in Singapore to register BA.SG, selling lab-grown diamond in a very structured manner, meaning we have a website, more than 20,000 pieces. I think we started with 5,000 pieces, and then now we have more than 20,000 pieces of diamonds online. And then in 2021, we started the sample line, which is a brand that specializes in rental. All right. So just a bit of background. I graduated from NUS and I was in computer science in NUS. And then I worked for a bank, and actually I worked for M1 before and Citibank before. And then I went to New York and I studied gemology. And I was selling diamonds online when I was in New York. So I was trying to sell on eBay. And then when I came back from New York to Singapore, I was selling diamonds. I continued to sell diamonds on eBay. But you know, Singaporean always ask, you know, Amanda, is it real or not? Can I, you know, so because I was meeting up with them in McDonald's and all that. So I rented the first place at Shaw Center. That's back in 2005. And then after that, we moved to Ngee City. Okay, so we have won multiple awards. I have won Young Entrepreneur Award. eClarity has won SME Award and Top Singapore Brand as well. So yeah, here we are. The biggest diamond I've sold was 21 carat. So I'm looking forward to having someone to break that record. So let's get started. Okay, so I heard from Lucas, he's signaling me that you should be able to type now. So whoever who is watching the webinar on Zoom or on YouTube, could you please just type in a hi or type in a question that you would like me to cover? Can we please try? Okay, and maybe can you try please, Valerie? Oh, the chat is here. Okay, all right, I'm seeing. Oh, all right, okay. Okay, so are you seeing the chat as well?
Right one.
Okay, all right, thank you everybody. Okay, so at the end of this session, I would like us to at least cover in detail a few points. Number one, of course, we want to compare between natural and lab-grown diamond. How do you actually make the selection? You know, of course, we will cover 4Cs very quickly. We'll go beyond that. A very popular question is, you know, why do I see two diamonds of the same specs, but they are very different in prices? We'll cover a bit of designs, a bit of ring sizes. Prices is also a very popular question now, right? The difference in prices between natural and lab grown, and whether the prices will continue to fluctuate moving forward. Another popular question is whether we could tell the difference between natural and lab grown, right? Whether there's any difference in the sparkle, and being a gemologist myself, whether I could tell the difference. I also want to cover the different method of growing diamonds, CVD, HPHT, whether there is a better way. Last but not least, I know that many people are Googling online for information these days, and I want to give you a few tips on what to what to take note of, right? What to trust and what to ponder upon when you do a Google search on diamonds. So my target is, if you actively ask questions, my target is at the end of it, all of us will be more knowledgeable than probably an average salesperson in a sales shop, right? So that would be my target. Okay. So let us start with, oh, and before I forget, I have prepared some free gift for you guys. So let me show you if you can see clearly. I prepared a gemstone here. It is an amethyst, a very beautiful amethyst. Let's see, maybe I shine some light so that you can see it. So amethyst has this very sweet, light purple color. So the person who asked me most number of questions, I would then give this to the person just so that I hope you know it's very hard to talk to myself. So if I can have more interaction, it'll be easier and it will be deeper in the sharing. Okay, so I look forward to seeing your question. All right. Okay, let us continue. I have covered this already. I talk about the different brands. Okay, let's start with this popular question. Can you tell the difference between natural and lab-grown diamonds? I'd like to give this very simple analogy, and I hope that would answer this question instantly. Okay, just before I say that, so the analogy is natural diamonds are like babies, right? That's naturally conceived. And lab-grown diamonds are actually like IVF babies who are, who are conceived in a structured, planned environment. This is one sentence summary that I would like to set as a foundation for us to think about, okay, at this point. So now just bear in mind, my disclaimer is we're not talking about fake diamonds here. There are people who say that they are selling lab-grown diamonds, especially on Instagram. Sometimes I see ads myself that they say lab-grown diamond $100. Now, those are not lab-grown diamonds. Those are stones that look like lab-grown, maybe, and they look like diamonds, but they are not diamonds. So let's just rule that out first, and that I call it, if you could see my screen, my shared screen, that I will call it the diamond simulants. Okay. Another type of stone that looks like diamond but is not diamond is colorless gemstone. For example, when we talk about topaz, when we talk about sapphires, right? There are colorless ones, right? They could be natural, but they are colorless. The sparkle is different. And so for diamond simulants and colorless gemstones, those are the ones that I could tell the difference, right? Everyone could tell the difference. Now, let us bring back to the most exciting comparison, which is between natural and lab-grown diamonds. They are baby and IVF babies. So if you ask me, Amanda, as a gemologist, can you tell the difference? I always push back the question to you. Imagine a doctor. Can the doctor tell the difference between naturally conceived baby and IVF baby? Right? The only way to tell the difference, I guess, for doctor, if you are a doctor, please correct me if I'm wrong, that, to see if the babies are naturally conceived or not, you would have to check the medical report of the mother, I think, right? So for natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds, the only way to verify is to check the report, okay? So natural diamonds are formed 90 to 120 kilometers below the earth. Now the environment is very high pressure and very high temperature with the presence of carbon. If you know your science, diamonds are then formed.
All right, so those are natural diamonds. Now, lab-grown diamond, initial stage, they were creating this environment in a lab. So you imagine some machine that could create that level of high pressure, high temperature, and then with the presence of carbon, diamond is formed. So they have not very similar, they have the same physical, chemical, and optical properties. All right. Now then, on your YouTube or on your Google, I know I have so many caring friends and customers who send me, Amanda, I saw this link, they say they can tell the difference between natural and lab-grown diamonds. Send to me, and I will tell you why it is not factual. Okay. Let me share with you a few ways to tell the difference between natural and lab-grown diamond. Okay. I know you're excited. Now, diamonds has minerals stuck inside the diamond, right? And those are the inclusions. Okay. Now, the minerals that are stuck in the diamond, within the diamond, or natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds, they are different. Because biominerals that are found 90 to 120 kilometers below the earth, and the ones that are found above the earth, they are different. So they are not something that you can see they're different, but can you tell, like can you and I tell that, firstly, minerals are microscopic. Secondly, we don't know how to test. So even as a gemologist myself, that's beyond my level. That's something that we have to go for advanced gemology to test, right? Now, the other way is the structure of the growth pattern is different. Now, I have a very technical slide later I will share with you, but in a nutshell, it's not something that a gemologist can tell with my eyes or under microscope. Okay. I'm sharing with you this, but let me share with you some personal experience. Now, I do notice that some lab-grown diamonds are a bit more milky, right? Natural diamonds can be milky too. It's just that I've seen lab-grown diamonds that are milky as well. Now, but let me just share that as a basic selection process of a jewelry store, like the purchasing department or the production department, would have filtered those diamonds, whether you are natural or lab grown. But if you appear milky, that would be filtered out. Okay, at least we have to make an indication that this diamond is milky. Okay, so sometimes I feel that I could tell it's just because the percentage of lab grown, and this is totally personal. Okay, so if you speak to another gemologist, maybe he or she would have a different experience. But my experience is that I did see a little bit more in terms of maybe probability. I'm not doing a statistic counting. That my impression is I do see a little bit more milky lab grown diamond. Okay, I don't know whether it's harder to control the temperature and pressure or so, but those will be filtered out. Those will not be, at least under eClarity and BA, if we see diamonds like that, we will filter them out. Okay, so hardly it will reach to your end unless you say I like milky diamond because I think it's unique, right? Okay, so that would be our foundation. Okay. Let me I'll just let you see the slides here. Now, whereas if you have a diamond simulant, I'm starting that video, you can see that the reflection is different. And I'm also starting the video of the colorless gemstone. Now, just hopefully you're not finding this a little too technical, but the reason why they look different actually has this high dependency on their hardness. So diamond is known that under Mohs scale of hardness assessment, they are on 10. The scale is 10. The number is 10. Whereas if you have, let's say, a colorless sapphire, the hardness is 9. If you have a colorless topaz, I can't remember now, but the hardness could be 7 or 8. Now, when something is not, and your plastic, for example, maybe the hardness is 4 or 5. Your glass, there's a lower hardness level. Now, when something is not hard, and when someone try to give a 57 facets polishing and faceting, the surface will not be perfect. So you will see scratch lines, you will see very muffled facet line. So the sparkle doesn't return like natural and lab, the way natural and lab-grown diamonds return to you, right? The kind of sparkle and light reflection, just because the hardness is 10. So between natural lab-grown diamonds, they have the same chemical and physical properties, and therefore the hardness are both 10. And therefore the sparkles are very similar. Okay, even now milkiness could be caused by overly high pressure or temperature, but that's beside the point. So we're talking about the majority of the output that arrive in your hands and for your selection. Okay, so questions please. If anyone has any question, please come to me. Yeah, so this is the slide that I'm talking about that's extremely technical. So I would like you to just bear with me a little bit. At this point, I just want to share with you, which is another popular question between GIA and IGI report, right? Let me just share, okay? So GIA was number 1 in this diamond grading world, and IGI has always been the top 2, okay? Because I try to rank them, okay? Because this is a live sharing. Okay, so you have the number 1 and you have the number 2. And then you have all your HRD, AGS, EGL. They're all reputable, okay? But we will see more GIA and IGI, right? And I would say that I see more GIA, I saw more GIA than IGI during the natural diamond prime time, right? So you see more of that. Now, what happened was IGI went into grading lab-grown diamond first. Okay, so GIA say, let me wait and see a little bit more, right? Should I grade lab-grown diamond? Would that, I don't know what they are thinking, but maybe they were thinking, whether the market is ready, whether that would affect the branding, and whether that would affect my value of my company's value. Maybe that's not aligned. So IGI went in first, okay, as one of the top 2, they went in first. Now, so when they went in, that means during that time, they were almost the only one that's reputable and grading lab-grown diamond. And maybe the timing capture was very good, right? So they came up with a huge volume of IGI grading of lab-grown diamonds. So you know how grading would be more accurate and more dependable when you have very high volume, because then you could keep that consistency, your credit will be higher. Okay, so that was what happened. So IGI became the master of lab-grown diamond. Now GIA in year 2000, was it 2020, April? They then say that, okay, now we want to go into lab-grown diamond as well. But because lab-grown supports sustainability, right? Because we don't dig the world and all that. GIA say my lab-grown diamond cert would be online report. Okay. My experience, I'm not sure if that applies to other brands and jeweler, but it came a little bit too late. And the fact that it's only an online cert also, it was harder for that presentation and the persuasion. People kind of want to take a physical report back. So in this current situation, the way I'm seeing it in terms of volume, and in terms of accessibility, and in terms of demand and supply, we see that GIA is still the master for natural diamonds, and IGI is sort of the master grading lab for lab-grown diamond. Okay, all right. So this very quickly also cover a very important question that which report should you go for? All right, and I talked about the growth morphology, which you and I probably wouldn't be able to access, but if you look at this table, you can see that the growth morphology is slightly different between a mine diamond and a lab grown diamond. Okay, I know I have seen questions that are sending in. I will answer to you as soon as possible. Okay, so one is baby, one is IVF baby. Fake diamonds, I call them robots, right? Because robots now can cry, they can mop the floor for you, but would you say they are human? They are not, right? They can be as close to human as possible, but they have no circulatory system, no respiratory system. So chemically, they are different, right? Optically, they can be very similar, but still different. Okay. Now the last one, like your colorless sapphire or your colorless topaz, I call them puppy, right? They are real. They are natural, right? But they are another species. Okay. So that's how I would like to group them and very quickly allow you to always fall back to this analogy whenever you question yourself, on that question whether it can be seen, and all that. Okay, so Nicholas asked a question, and I think this question is very suitable to answer at this point. Hi, Nicholas. Nicholas asked, why are lab-grown diamonds cheaper? Oh, that's a very interesting question. And would some of you attempt to answer at this point? Right? Let me just give a quick answer, right? So natural diamond is one that you need to have a mine. Have you seen? I've actually seen videos on that, like how mine diamonds are mined. I've seen the video when I was in GIA. So it's a very big operation, right? And you've seen those South African videos and all that. So they have to set up a mine because it's 90 to 120 kilometers, right? So during volcano eruption, it erupts to the world, but they are all over. And how small is your diamond? Even when it's a rough one, it's tiny, right? Because if you get a big one, you're on newspaper. So they're very tiny. They're all over the place. So people need to go search them. And if not, then they will drill. I don't know what is that technical name. I forgot because I studied GIA like years ago. So I forgot that name of they drill a pathway to the level where they can dig diamonds out. Expensive operation, expensive manpower, expensive transportation. Whereas if it's mine diamond, Nicholas, you and I, if you want to buy a lab-grown machine, if we have a few tens of $1 million to spare, we could always buy a lab-grown machine, and then we can, train someone to I'm telling this as a joke, of course, it isn't, but in a nutshell, yes, it is possible. So in New York, we do have a few lab-grown machine that is providing to our needs and our request. And therefore, if you say, Amanda, I would like to grow this diamond shape that I like, okay? So not your typical round, not your oval, but I like it like a triangle, trapezium that, have a special angle here that's rounded and square here. I could grow it for you. I could cut it for you. Okay, so it is more manageable in terms of manpower. It's more manageable in terms of growth. And on top of that, I'm sure many of you have also read that mine diamonds are being controlled in terms of the volume that is allowed to be brought to the market. So that's created a demand and supply tension that is being managed very carefully. Okay, whereas lab-grown diamond, there's no one managing it yet. So of course the prices are also fluctuating. So it was higher, and then it goes a little lower. And the next popular question, which is also being asked by, let me see, who is that? Rachel. Rachel is asking whether the price of lab-grown diamond will continue to fall. Actually, about a year ago, and I've been asked this question as well, and I thought that my answer was was quite confident. I actually said, no, I don't think so. Because when it launched in about 2019, yes, I think the diamond prices was continue to fall, right? And then I thought, till last year, I thought the prices should be quite there because you have that operation to manage, you have that because at this point, maybe I share another point, which is how lab-grown diamonds are grown, right? I shared one method just now, which is HPHT. There's another method, which is CVD. Okay, so CVD is grown in a way where I think it's like three signs, if I'm not wrong, right? That you have a seedling, you have a seed diamond, and then you put into this solution, and then it will have crystallization or something. I better revise my son's science, but and then it grows. So that is CVD method. There's HPHT and there's CVD method. So there are the two ways of growing. And also I probably want to answer to another question that's coming out is which method is better? Now, I want to caution you at this point when you Google online, right? So, because I have received so many of questions like that, CVD and HPHT, which one is better? To be honest, there are two different methods, right? Please do not, okay, sometimes when you Google, the term CVD is also a blanket term for a lab-grown diamond. So when they say CVD diamond, they actually means lab-grown diamond. So sometimes when you read something, they say, oh, CVD is cheaper in price. They're not comparing to HPHT. They're just saying CVD is cheaper, like lab-grown diamond is cheaper than natural diamond. Okay, so be very careful when we Google online because there are information that needs a little bit more professional understanding to read the actual meaning. That's number one. Number two, now you guys, many of you who are listening today, you are expert in your own field. Some of you could be marketing expert. So you know that you know what SEO is, you know what SEM is, right? So we could, for example, let's say, let me just call out a name, Samuel, right? So let's say Samuel, sorry to just, it's okay, we can't see you, but I know I'm just using your name. So for example, Samuel, for example, you are a jeweler who only sells natural diamond. Okay, and you don't believe in lab-grown diamond, so you don't want to sell lab-grown diamond. Now then you will do some SEO, SEM, and some advertorial and some articles, and you would sing praises about natural diamonds, and probably you will put down lab-grown diamond a little bit, right? And let's say, let me call out another name, for example, Stanley. So Stanley, using your name, two S's, one is Samuel and Stanley. For example, you only sell lab-grown diamonds and you do not sell natural diamonds. Then you are also a financially very equipped company. Then you will come up with your SEO and SEM that support lab-grown diamonds and put down natural diamonds. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, then you will be reading online two schools of thought. Both are very powerful, but they are, so take notes, the agenda behind, right? The agenda behind is it's commercial. Okay, so just have some food for thoughts, right? That's what it is happening. Okay, now then back to my original conversation about whether lab-grown diamond prices will continue to fall or up. I don't dare to answer to that question anymore, but my observation, which is very interesting, I find that natural diamond prices have also gone down a little bit. So if you know your econs, right? For those of you who study econs in A levels and probably in uni, do you realize that natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds are both substitute of each other? So if lab-grown diamonds continue to fall, natural diamonds prices also will fall because everyone who consider buying a lab grown would consider buying a natural, and then they will make comparison, and then they affect each other. So my observation in the recent year is this, that both actually move together. Right? If they go down, they go down. If they go up, they go up. So I just want to be fair to lab grown diamond. I sell both. So I have no commercial agenda here. So I just want to share that with you, that just take note that both do go up and go down together. All right. And at this point, feel free to ask more questions. Okay. At this point, I also like to share a story that I often share with my own friends, right? Whenever I invite friends over to my place for dinner and I cook for them, everyone is of my age, right? Okay, I'm going to reveal my age. So everyone is about my age, and then they will ask me, Amanda, what do you think of lab-grown diamond? I read the article about lab-grown diamonds, and then some read that it's falling in prices. The other one say, oh, it's fake, I would definitely buy a natural diamonds. I always share with them this. My observation is, the 25-year-old to 35-year-old, they are buying diamonds for proposal, for engagement. Now, they are very cool, they will come in and say, I only like lab-grown diamonds. Or they say, my girlfriend only like lab-grown diamonds because it's more sustainable, right? You have transparent supply chain, and you do not abuse children in the mining process. And it's more sustainable because you're not hurting the world as you produce more diamonds, or push more diamonds into the market. They are very unique and very noble in the reasons for buying lab-grown diamonds, right? And I because I speak to my children. My eldest son is 19 years old. My second one is 17, right? My youngest is 14. And I also realize how environmentally concerned they are, that people of my age were learning from them. So I do see that in a transitional generation, the 25 to 35, they do speak with concern. Now, people who are of my age, okay? So let me just give you a range, like between 35 to 55, which are my friends, right? And then they say, no, I'm not buying, those are fake, right? I will buy my wife an anniversary ring that's natural diamonds. And then they say, Amanda, how much is 2 carat? How much is 2 carat, Lucas? so 2 carat natural diamond is about, was it 30,000?
Yeah, 30,000.
30,000. 3 carat, probably about 60,000. I'm talking about like a FGVS, okay? I'm just giving you a ballpark, okay? If you are looking for one, please look for the actual quotation from Lucas and myself, but just a ballpark, right? 2 carat is about 30,000. 3 carat is about 60,000. Just a guide. Now, how much is lab grown? My friends would ask, right? So how much is 2 carat? Is it 5,000? Lab grown?
1,000.
Okay, 2 carat, range between 3,000 to 4,000. One is 3,000, 4,000, one is 30,000. And then the other one is 4,000, 5,000 versus 60,000. Then my friends who are between 35 to 55, they will say, Amanda, are you free tomorrow? Why don't I? So now, so they are popular for this, for different reason, right? And then I also noticed that, let's say for my father's generation, who is above 65, they believe fully, truly natural diamonds. And similar to my customers who are a bit more seniors, they they would get the natural diamond, right? So I do feel that in the whole market, people are shifting, they are toggling between natural and lab grown. They probably want to own a piece of natural, they want to own a few pieces of lab grown, right? So this is what I observe. Now so of course, just another observation as well, right? So I'm sharing a lot of stories with you. Personally, I have natural diamond because I'm old enough to during the time that has no lab grown, I have my natural diamonds. Of course, in recent years, I've also been tempted and have successfully tempted, and I've gotten lab grown diamonds myself. Now, what happened is because lab grown diamonds affordability, people are venturing into more exciting collection. For example, people who go for lab grown diamonds now, they may not just ask for round, they probably want their square shaped princess cut, they probably want oval brilliant, they want marquee shape, radiant cuts, usher cuts, emerald cuts. So that level of research and that level of design is something that is really exciting me, because people are no longer just round, 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 round all the time, which, in my first 15 years of my career, we're basically all getting round, right? Maybe 80%, and then 20% you sell a bit of princess, a bit of other shapes, but 80 to 90% we're selling rounds all the time. And we're just talking about D, E, F, G, right? Whereas now we go into different shapes, we also go into different colors. So I'm not, yes, so Lucas prepared for me. So let me just show you right here. I have like pink diamond. Okay. Oh, I see that those people who are doing live stream, they do this. Okay. So like this is a pink diamond. Now, pink diamond, during the time when you only have natural diamond, they are millions of dollars. Okay. And then, okay, let me show you bigger one. Is this the orange one? Yeah. So this is the orange diamond. They are not gemstones, okay? They are diamonds. So they, if you go a diamond tester, maybe you can prepare one. I will just do a live demonstration if we have time. Diamond tester, right? They are diamond positive. They are not lab. They are not gemstone. Okay. And 3 carat colored diamond. So the last time when I when we sold one, it was 2.8 million pink diamond, right? So and then no, actually we didn't manage to sell when we were about to sell. It was the $2.8 million pink diamond that's 2 carat, right? Whereas now for pink diamond, 2-3 carat, you're still looking at below 10,000. And yeah, Lucas, yeah. And then let me also show you yellow diamond, right? These are fancy yellow diamonds. So they are not diamonds that are GHIJKLM color. They are fancy yellow diamond. Okay. All right. So now people are just, this whole world, people are just going into natural, lab grown. Okay, the diamond tester is here. Okay, let me show you what a diamond tester is. Actually, sell this diamond tester if you want to buy. I don't know how much, maybe $20, $30. Okay, let me just show you a diamond reaction. Okay, so I am wearing a diamond. Okay, and then you will hear that sound. Let me show you a non-diamond. Can I have a non-diamond? Oh, this looks so much like a diamond. Okay, let me just show you a ruby. Oops, wait. Okay. Okay, wait, let me just show you this one. Yeah. So for a this is actually a ruby. And then when you put your diamond tester, is not positive. When you put a diamond, it is positive. All right. Now let me show you the lab grown orange diamond. Oops, is diamond positive? Okay. Sorry, I can't twist myself, but yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so this is diamond positive. It is a 3 carat orange lab grown diamond. Right? So yeah, so this is now so much more exciting, because now in terms of customization, in terms of design, we can come up with design that is representing autumn, representing winter, because we also have blue diamonds. For those of you who like blue color, this is a blue diamond. Okay, It can be designed in a winter design and all that. Okay, so I have answered through many of your questions, and I tell you, okay, now I think this is an interesting test, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I welcome you to try. Can you see that? Let me click and see if they move. Okay, they do. So out of this 1, 2, 3, 4, please type for me, because if you, because I would like to give you a gift if you can tell the answer correctly. So out of these 4 diamonds, there is a piece of natural, a piece of lab grown, a piece of fake stone, which is like, maybe $10 per piece. And then there is a colorless gemstone. Now, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, can some of you, maybe Nicholas first? Nicholas, could you tell me which one do you think is natural diamond? Okay, and Samuel, Stanley, all of you. Okay, thank you. So some answers are coming in. So, okay, some says 3, some says 4, and some says 1 for natural diamonds. Okay, now which one is fake? Which one is fake stone? So from here, they're all 1 carat. There's one piece is only $10, and there's one piece that is $10,000. Okay, so which one is $10 and which one is $10,000? Okay, now it's more for yourself. So I would like you to remember your answer, okay? Because I'm not collating the answer. Okay, now let me tell you the answers now. Okay, so Nicholas, since I shouted out your name, you stayed and allow me. Nobody knows you, right? I hope, yeah. So anyway, not telling you Nicholas' surname as well, Nicholas's surname. So Nicholas said 3 was real, right? And Nicholas said 1 is fake. So you get 50 points, right? Because yes, 1 is diamond simulant. Now 3 is lab grown. 4 is natural. Okay, we're just bullying you here because it's just not easy. All right, you had a 50% hantam rate between the 3 and the 4, right? The natural and lab grown. Just okay. So Nicholas, maybe today, don't gamble because of the 50%. Just joking. Okay, just joking. Okay, and you shouldn't gamble all days. Shouldn't, of course shouldn't. And then number 2 is colorless gemstone. I think that would be obvious, I hope. So that is actually a colorless topaz. Okay, so colorless topaz is natural. It's not lab grown. It's natural. Okay, but it's not diamond. It's a gemstone. Okay, all right. Okay, so very quickly, I think a bit of we still have about 16 minutes to go. Now, diamond 4Cs. Right, some of you know at your fingertips, some of you probably just want some reminder. Let me just very quickly share with you 1 sentence summary for each, and you will know more than an average, jeweler who probably have less than few years of experience. Okay, so color, 1 sentence summary is like water, honey drink, diluted honey. Easy to understand, right? So now there are people say, Amanda, give me a microscope. I want to see the color inside. Now I would want you to don't ask for a microscope to differentiate color, because it's something that you should use your eye and compare. So in a lab, what we do is we don't use microscope as well. We turn it upside down, and there's a master set stone, and then under the correct lighting, we make the decision. Why do we turn it upside down? Because when you face up, you're seeing the light reflection more than the color of the diamond. So, but we're not all trying to be gemologists here. Congratulations, everyone. I'm sure you're celebrating a milestone together. So, my experience is between D, E, F, and G, they look quite similar, right? And then, of course, when you have a KLM, it becomes visible. So during lunchtime, girls sitting down together, they will say, "Oh no, mine is colorless. Yours is so yellow, right?" Or the other way around. So that would be the difference for color. Now for clarity, 1 sentence summary. It is this one no 1 sentence. It's actually the inclusions inside the diamond. So F means flawless, meaning under the microscope, when you check, there is no inclusions. Not you, but the gemologist, because it's so hard to grade. I will tell you that in my years of learning how to grade diamonds, the first few years, when I graduated, clarity was the hardest. Like, because why? Sometimes on the surface of the diamond you have some dust, right? And if you're not experienced enough, it's very common to mistake the dust as inclusion. So, lighting is important. For example, yellow light that is sharper pierce through the diamond, whereas white light tend to reflect the surface of the diamond. So yeah, so that's flawless, which means under the microscope, a gemologist under magnification of 10 is not able to see any inclusion. Now, VBS means that, for simplicity, maybe 1 inclusion, VS 2 inclusion, SI 3 inclusion, and then I 4 inclusion. Now, I'm overly simplifying this because if the inclusion is huge, it can also drop to SI. If it's visible, it can even drop to I, just 1. So this has been taken care of. For example, there's 1, but it has durability concern. It can drop straight away to I2. For example, if you have a feather that's close to the girdle, which is close to, where's my very nice diamond dummy, the 20 carat. So for example, yeah, I think it's easier with that. And then the clarity grade will then be affected. Okay, so this is my huge diamond, 20 carat dummy. So for example, you have 1 inclusion, but it's right at the end, right? So right at the end. So it can also drop to I grade. All right. And then cut grade, 1 sentence summary, is the BMI of the diamond. So some diamonds are just too tall. Some diamonds are too short. And then they don't reflect light as well as the ones that are proportionally cut. Now, at this point, there will be people who say, I visited a shop. The shop tells me about hearts and arrows, and HCA score. I think they're psychologically romantic, right? Because have hearts and have arrows is just very romantic, but is it scientifically supported? No, not on GIA textbooks. So if money is something that you think she will be extremely happy, no harm topping up to get hearts and arrow, where you get another scope. You can see the arrows and the hearts, and then you get 2 certs if you opt for HCA. HCA is a system that was created by a group of mathematicians. So they use geometrical calculation of light refraction and of diamonds and come up with their own system. So you could key in whatever that's indicated on the report, and then they would say, no, we agree, or no, yes, we agree with GIA or IGI, or no, we don't agree with IGI or GIA. So they come up with their own cut grade. Now, when you say you opt for HCA, meaning we, at least for eClarity and BA, will find diamonds that are cross-set of each other. You get triple excellent or ideal, and also HCA ideal. So usually below 1.9, 1.5, 1.4, the lesser, the better in terms of the score of HCA, right? But let me just share with you, brothers and sisters here, who are going to be proposed and who are going to propose. My own experience, if you get a triple excellent or ideal, because IGI uses the term ideal, GIA uses the term excellent, and you keep it clean, the diamond will go a long way. So whether you need a heart and arrow or not, to be honest, I 100% cannot tell you with my eyes, especially 2 weeks later, right? So I've seen rings that are so wonderful at the point of collection. It's triple excellent with ideal, and then with hearts and arrow, HCA premium score. Just have 1 meal of chili crab, with the diamond ring on, and immediately, instantly, the sparkle will be affected, right? Because it's dirty, and the impact on light reflection is great, right? And lastly, carat, very easy to understand. Can some of you tell me what carat is? size, right? So I think many of you would say the size. Now the correct answer is actually the weight. Is a unit measurement of weight. 1 carat is equal to 0.2 grams. So, but obviously, when we all have the same gravity, the person who is heavier will also look bigger. So you could sort of say that it's also the size. But of course, so talking about cuts and the impact. So for example, if you're very tall and I'm very short, but both of us are 50 kg, then how could it be? Yeah, it's possible as well on diamond. So you can be a 5 carat, I can be a 5 carat, but we are one taller than the other. But if both of us have excellent BMI, then we should look about the same. Okay, in terms of our table percentage, okay, maybe not table percent. Oh yeah, because we are excellent in BMI, right? So table percentage or diameter would be very similar. Okay, now out of the four C's, right? Of course, if money is not a concern at all, we'll go for D, we'll go for flawless. Not of course, some people just don't really want to spend that kind of we want to optimize our purchase, right? So if you want to optimize your purchase, then may I ask you, which C do you think is most obvious, right? So the most obvious C would be, thank you, carat, right? Followed by color, yes, and then cut, and then clarity, right? So these are the four C's in terms of how obvious they are. I sometimes when time permits, I actually will show 2 diamonds and I will try to actually later we might be able to see some. We only have 7-8 minutes more. So let me just try to show you later. Okay. So my scenario is this, right? For example, you walk into a wedding dinner, okay, and you have Auntie Adeline and Auntie Belinda. They're both wearing diamonds, okay. And then you have a 3-year-old niece or nephew running out to the dinner, and then what would be something that this niece or nephew correctly points out? Do you think you can tell the difference between a 0.3 and 1 carat, between EFKLM, between a flawless BS, between the excellent and good, right? So you can do this test yourself. If not, you can schedule an appointment and I can show it to you. Where are my 2 diamonds? Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just do a quick one. All right, so you look at these 2 diamonds. Okay. Now, what can you tell? What's the first thing you can tell? Right? Can someone tell me? So big. Okay, someone says so big. Okay. Yeah, one big, one small, right? So it's a size, right? So, have you forgotten that there is a smaller one here at all? Because what you typed was so big. Okay, so yeah, so whenever someone says so big, what is that person commenting? It's actually carat, right? So let's not overthink and say, it could be the weight and all that. No. So, I mean, very quickly, one is a 2 carat, one is a 0.5. Now, can you see something else? What's the second thing that you could see? Yeah. So not sure whether you can tell. Yes, thank you. Color. So this is a little bit more yellow than this one, right? So this is actually a K color, whereas this is if I'm not wrong, a E color, right? So then can you tell the cut? Can you tell the clarity? So I've tested people on these like for 20 years and I have gotten unanimous answer that people can't confidently tell me the cut and the clarity. And to your surprise, this is actually a triple excellent, and this one is VG, is very good, meaning the second grade. And clarity, actually, this has SI. So if you look at the chart, this is SI, and this is actually a VVS. So quite up there. Okay, so now I'm not trying to persuade you or in any way to then just focus on the big carat, buy a 10 carat and then buy a SI or something. No, but make an informed decision. Okay, and whatever the salesperson wants to push to you, I want you to have that knowledge and the wisdom to know what matters to you and make a good decision. Okay, now fluorescence we tend to go for none unless you're buying natural. and you are going for a slightly lower color, natural blue fluorescence could sometimes push up the color scale. So the presentation could look better, but take note of milkiness as well. Now, this one we can cover for you. If you want more detail, just schedule a Zoom call with me. I can share with you a bit more. Now, beyond the 4Cs, I've come up with another 4Cs. They are the cleanliness, the certification, the cost, and the crafting. And to me, I think they are equally important, right? So if you own a diamond, extremely well cut, but it's dirty, then your diamond wouldn't look good. So cleanliness is important. Certification, when I say it's a D color, who says, right? Is it me? Is it Lucas? Or is it GIA? I'm a gemologist, but I don't have a good system to keep my, it's according to my mood, right? My mood today is good. I say it's a D. Tomorrow I say, hey, no, I think it's a G because my mood is not good. So you need a consistent system to control that grading consistency, credibility. Cost is also important. So of course there are many branding price tag and all that. So take note. I mean, different strokes for different folks. So bear in mind that what is the actual value of the diamond. And lastly, crafting. I just want to praise the Hong Kong industry a little bit. Really, their whole industry of crafting, professionalism, it is quite top in the world. So the crafting has, of course, not generalizing, but typically you have more choices. And our service center is in Hong Kong. Yeah, so and that actually allows better control of craftsmanship. Right. Okay, so here actually there are the different diamonds here, and yeah, interesting. So that's how we test our Zoom participant and ask them to write down the different grades. So because we only have 2 minutes left, I don't want to overrun. So you can do a little screenshot if you like, and then make your own grading later on. The answers are this. Okay, all right. Okay, designs. Yeah, fascinating design. So, you know how eClarity started as a wholesaler, and when I first started, because not enough money to really have a lot of stock, so what I do was I design, and then I only craft it when someone orders it. So we have the whole team of people who are very good with their hands. So they handcraft, and now of course we have machines as well. So there are things like trilogy. Okay, the first one to your left is classic. Second one to the right is trilogy, and then halo, and then you have a little collar with diamonds. Bottom left, pink diamond, classic extravagant. To the right, halo pear shape. To the right, you have a cushion and classic. Could be cushion, could be princess, because I can't see the corner anymore. The last one is blocked by my webinar chat. Hold on, let me see. What is it? So it is a tango collection. Okay. All right. So and these are just some price range which we have already covered in my earlier sharing. And then customization is another long story where there are colors, finishing, and all that. So if you are interested, you could you have the number, right? It's 9833 1220. We could arrange a Zoom call for chapter 2. Okay, so where I tell you more about the material. Okay, and actually I call wedding band chapter 2. So I covered more about material of metal a bit more in chapter 2. Okay, give ideas. If you're buying for a gift, I'm full of ideas, so just let me know. And okay, not yet overrun, still 7 o'clock. Okay, all right. And we have jewelry rental. So for every customer who actually buy engagement ring, wedding band from eClarity and BA, during your one special occasion, it could be your wedding, it could be your RM, it could be your very major D&D or something, you could come and rent a piece of jewelry and wear it for free, one piece, right? This is our effort to support sustainability, right? How many of us want to buy 50,000 necklace all the time, right? But we do have to stop. So we just want to empower sustainability by encouraging no need to buy for that occasion, just come and rent. Okay. So I have no time for Q&A because I don't really want to hold you back. But the phone numbers, please do a screenshot at this point. All right, and then schedule a meeting for on Zoom, or if you want to come down, my team will also see you. But if you'd like to chat with me a bit more, we can arrange a Zoom call. Okay. So now what is eClarity different from the rest? Okay, let me just sing some praises. So we have gemologists on site, and I have 20 years of experience. And I'm very hands-on, small business, so I have been seeing customers for 20 years. Now, of course, I'm mature, myself and the younger one have more opportunity, but I'm always available for your appointments. We customize just because 20 years ago we started as a wholesaler, we specialize in customization. And we're more than 50,000 pieces of diamond and more than 500 pieces, designs of wedding band. On top of that, we customize. And last but not least, I've been featured on media. I think I counted, was it 29 times? No, because it's rare, right? So you count it. And then we have received awards multiple times. Okay. All right. And then yeah, so that's it. All right. So 7:02 now. So thank you so much for staying till the end. For those who are on YouTube and those who are on Zoom, the number is 98331220. Lucas would answer to your inquiry, and if you just want an appointment, just say appointment with Amanda. Okay, and we will see each other very soon. Okay, thank you so much.